Other countries complain about Indians. No civic sense, too loud, too dirty, too chaotic. But foreigners have clearly never seen Indians discuss other Indians. Because nobody in the world hates Indians with the dedication of Indians. We have religion, caste, language, state, class, jobs, politics. We have found so many ways to divide our country that even our divisions have subdivisions. An Indian does not simply meet another Indian. He first conducts background verification. Where are you from? What is your language? Which caste? Vegetarian? Government job? Which party? Excellent. Now we have found 7 reasons not to attend each other's wedding. And none of this began yesterday. India has always had competing kingdoms, communities, classes, and identities. The British did not invent every division. They simply looked at the existing mess and they said, this seems useful. The East India Company rarely controlled India with British people alone. It used Indian merchants, bankers, soldiers, rulers, and administrators. Choose one merchant, give him the contract, ignore the merchant beside him. Now the ignored merchant could try to improve his product. But that sounds exhausting. There is another Indian standing right there. It's much easier to just hate him. It was the perfect management system. Give one man a golden biscuit and watch 10 men fight over why he got it. Indian rulers sometimes made that same mistake. Mir Jafar, for example, worked with the company against Siraj-ud-Dawla. And different Indian powers used British and French support against local rivals. Everyone thought they were hiring the foreigner to defeat the neighbor. The foreigner eventually kept the neighbor, kept the client, and the property. Less divide and rule and more of, thank you for inviting us to your family dispute. We now own your family. And then came caste. Occupation, community, and social rank became tied together so deeply that society stopped saying, this person does this work, and it started saying, these people are born to do this work. Cleaning was always necessary, but the cleaner was treated as unclean. Sanitation was always necessary. The sanitation worker inherited the shame, while everyone else inherited the service. Then the British census arrived and they tried to organize the thousands of complicated local identities. India gave Britain an ancient social problem. So Britain used Excel. I'm kidding. It was so long back they probably used Notepad. And many of those old hierarchies have not disappeared. Today, they are the same, but with Wi-Fi. Language works the same way. Language should be pride. In India, pride occasionally gets promoted to superiority. My language is ancient. Yours is apparently something invented last Tuesday. You moved to my state. Learn my language. I moved to your state. So you should make things easier for me. India has hundreds of beautiful languages, which means hundreds of beautiful ways to tell another Indian to go back to their state. What if we all just took a minute, sat down, enjoyed some tea, called it whatever we want in our local language and had harmony? Oh my God, I'm smiling. I need to stop smiling. And then we form groups. Religion, caste, state, district, college, profession, political party, cricket team. And the worst of all, family WhatsApp groups. A group formed to oppose groupism would split into 3 factions before lunch. Groups themselves are not the problem. The problem begins when morality becomes team-based. If their politician takes money, democracy is dying. If our politician takes money, that video is edited or it's AI. We no longer ask, is this wrong? First we identify the group, then we can come to a correct opinion, which we think is correct. Class adds another layer. We complain India is dirty while throwing rubbish onto the roads because somebody poorer is paid to clean it. It's somebody else's job, basically. We want Switzerland, but preferably with one sanitation worker following us all around. The waiter can be insulted, the guard can be ignored or bitten by your dog, the driver can wait. The cleaner has to clean the mess that we created for no reason. Status slowly becomes permission to behave badly. Just imagine if we all appreciated people for whatever job they did. Do I have to tell you how hard cleaning is in India? What if we all just gave them the appreciation they deserve? I'm not smiling for this. No way. And then there is employment. Indian students abroad will work happily in cafes, supermarkets, and fast food restaurants. In India, that same job can become a family emergency. Not because the work is immoral, because Sharma uncle might see you carrying those French fries. Your job does not merely pay you. It announces your value at weddings. So people become trapped between work they consider beneath them and careers that they cannot access. And frustration begins to build. Which is very convenient if you think about it, because India already gives you plenty. Traffic, pollution, job competition, broken roads, bribes, bribes, paperwork, overcrowding, and my favorite, a government website designed to make your life harder. Everyone is angry before breakfast. Just imagine if the government actually fixed the system without taking a bribe. Oh my god, why am I crying? This is just imagination. Get back in there, tear. Our politicians can act on these complaints. You don't ask why there are too few jobs. You ask which state took yours. You don't ask why the train is damaged. You ask which community damaged it. You keep citizens fighting sideways and nobody looks upward. Politics does not need to solve every frustration if it can give the frustration to a neighbor. Then there is our relationship with success. Someone buys a large house. Suddenly half the neighborhood joins the income tax department. How did he afford that? Who does he know? Look at his car. Definitely something suspicious. And when a successful person falls, people who gained absolutely nothing from his fall suddenly feel victorious. Sometimes we do not want everyone to rise. We just want the person above us to come down to our floor. Which brings us back to the merchant. He got the contract. I did not. Therefore, he is my enemy. So why do Indians hate each other? Well, there's no single reason. It is centuries of hierarchy mixed with scarcity, competition, status anxiety, group loyalty, linguistic pride, political favoritism, and daily frustration. And I could end by telling everyone to unite and respect each other and reject hatred and demand better. And for 30 seconds, you might even agree. Then tomorrow you will open your phone. A politician will explain that another community is stealing your future and your biryani. A news channel will assemble 6 adults professionally trained to interrupt one another. Your family WhatsApp group will announce that civilization has collapsed because somebody ate the wrong breakfast. And by lunchtime, this video will be gone from your mind because anger gets attention, but fear gets votes. Division keeps people busy, and that's why the British called it divide and rule. We just modernized it. Now we divide and we monetize. And then somebody asks for your vote. This video was not meant to target any community. I just hope that you all... Wait, what's that? Oh god, no. Please like and subscribe. I'm not sure who I offended today.